This area here, just off Commercial Road in the East End, is the centre of a tremendous fuss which has been growing in the last few weeks about vice in the East End. Have you been affected by this vice situation in Stepney?
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't go out in the evening because I'm so disgusted. I went out one evening because my daughter went to a rehearsal at school with a headmistress, and I waited for her at the bus stop, and I was afraid to stand there. There's so much of it going on.
What do you mean so much of it?
There's so many women standing there and men walking about, and I really didn't believe it until I actually saw that. And when I took my daughter home, I said, never again.
Excuse me, how much are the coloured men to blame for the trouble in Stepney?
Well, I shouldn't say very, very little to blame.
It's more the white girls?
More the girls than anything, yes.
They come in from...
Well, they come in from all over. You know, they come from Liverpool, they come from Scotland and Ireland and Newcastle. They're not the East Enders at all.
In what way is the trouble here a menace to children?
Well, I should say that in the evening time, you know, when we're in bed, you get them down my passage there, the men and the women underneath the passage,
yes.
And the language is terrible for children to hear. And I've had them in broad daylight. I have a yard,
yes.
This private yard, and they come through the gate in broad daylight, and I've had them in my toilet.
What do you do about that?
Oh, I just threw a bucket of water on and told her where to get off.
What happened?
And said, well, she just turned around and said she wasn't going to have any black so-and-so telling her what to do, see?
Can you do anything about that?
Well, I could have got the police, but by the time I went down to Lemon Street, they've disappeared.
Yes.
See?
You can't stop them outside making noise at night?
Well, you can't stop them because when you turn around and tell them that, will you please stop your filth, they say it's a free country. And when the police themselves say that they're powerless to do anything about it unless there's an organised petition to clean up the place, and people are frightened to put the name to a paper.
People are frightened here,
People are frightened of putting the name down. They know what goes on, but haven't got the moral courage to fight against it, see? I think myself that a lot of us are hypocrites.
Would you join a gang of vigilantes to patrol the streets?
Well, I don't think so, because I think it would start up too much trouble, too much gang warfare myself.
Do you think that would start?
Yes, definitely.
What sort of fighting would there be?
Well, anything can happen around this part.
Knives?
Yes, anything like that.
You wouldn't join?
No, I don't think I would, because I think it's a job for the police, not for the ordinary citizens to do a job like that, because they have the powers, we haven't.
With me is Lady Henriques. She's wife of Sir Basil Henriques, who was formerly East London Magistrate. And between them, they've been doing social work in Stepney for 44 years. Lady Henriques, do you think that if the formation of vigilantes came to something, that there would be a danger of gang warfare in Stepney?
No, I don't think actual gang warfare. But although I quite understand the anxiety of parents to protect their children, I think that that's not the right method. It would be introducing into England something which is not in our way of life at all.
You want the police to do the job?
I want the police to be able to do their job properly. At present, I don't think that they can.
Why do you think the police can't control the situation now?
Well, I think that the laws are quite inadequate.
In what way?
Well, I should like to see, for instance, that it is made a crime for a known prostitute to loiter with intent to solicit.
Yes.
That's one of the things I should like to see. Then I should like to see the penalties on brothel keepers and those who aid in the traffic very largely increased, and possibly even a customer fined for going with a prostitute.
You think that would stop the situation? This Stepney situation?
No, I don't think it would stop it, but it would put into the hands of the police more weapons wherewith they can fight the situation in a lawful way.